Do-while loops are another form of a while loop. They consist of 4 components. First, the do keyword, then the code block of the loop, followed by the while keyword, and lastly, the condition. As a contrast to the while loop, we also have to put a semicolon after the condition of the do-while loop. Do-while loops have the advantage that they will always be executed at least once, even if the condition is not met when entering the code block of the loop for the very first time. So, as an example, let's say we have an integer x equals 10. Then a do-while loop will reprint the value of x and then increase it by 1. At the end, we have the condition for the do-while loop that says if x less than 10. And lastly, we also have a print statement that says finished do-while loop. So, when we execute it, we first initialize the variable to 10. Then we directly enter the code block of the do-while loop. Therefore, we print the value of 10 and then increase it by 1. So it's 11 now. Since we finished the code block, we now evaluate the condition and see that 11 is not less than 10. Therefore, we break out of the loop and print the log statement at the end. And this is the log we get, showing that even though the condition is not met from the start, we at least execute the code block once. As a comparison, if we do exactly the same with the while loop, we only print the message at the end, since we never enter the code block of the normal while loop. For the exercise today, create a variable x and y which should take numbers. Y should always be greater or equal to x. And then print all the numbers from x to y, excluding y. So, if x is equal to y, at least x should be printed. Obviously, use a do-while loop to achieve that. If you have any questions, like always, write them in the comments. Otherwise, see you next time.